to meddle in national security and foreign affairs, and he can't do it. What he's done is an intrusion on the president's authority. You know, this one federal judge, again, thinks he can control foreign policy for the entire country, and he cannot. And right now we're evaluating our options.
Okay, so the administration may continue doing these flights?
Absolutely.
Okay, listen, I'm going to say this again.
Okay.
Because they keep saying things that they just know aren't true. In 2007, one federal judge stopped George W. Bush's warrantless wiretapping program, the NSA program. You can't get like any deeper into national security in the middle of a war on terror than telling the NSA you can't continue that program. One judge did that. It got appealed. And guess what? He got to continue the program. The same thing happened with Barack Obama. A judge out of Texas on an immigration issue. One federal judge out of Texas stops the Deferred Action for Parents of Americans program. One federal judge out of Texas stopped a Title IX program about gender identity in the Obama administration. One federal judge out of Texas stopped Joe Biden's vaccine mandates for federal contractors. It happens. One federal judge stops president's programs, and it is shocking to me. I will say it is shocking to me. They know this. And you actually have people coming out every day saying things they know are wrong. And I didn't hear them complaining.
Well, in that case, it was the attorney general talking to a judge, just FYI.
And they know this is what happened. Now, listen, if we want to have a debate and you want to go to Congress and say maybe one federal judge shouldn't be able to do this, have the debate and go ahead and have a judicial reform package. Because I know a lot of people think one federal judge shouldn't be able to do that. But that is how our system works, and it is how it has worked for decades.
And that's why it was so significant when Chief Justice John Roberts came out earlier this week and threw a baseball metaphor, a brushback pitch, right, saying, okay, boys, hold off. You know, you're stepping into our territory now. And I think it was a significant development that Roberts was the one.
So Mike Barnicle is still with us, and joining the conversation, we have the host of Way Too Early, Ali Vitale, with us. And as you can see, political strategist and former advisor to Senator John McCain and President
Thank
George
God I didn't wear that
Bush.
this morning, Will.
Mark,
I had the hat on. I said, wait a second.
Good.
McKinnon's coming. No, I'd already put the tie on. I had everything on.
Yeah.
I put the hat on. I go, you know what? McKinnon's coming today. I don't want to be too close.
Don't want to be too. We always risk being matchy-matchy.
We do risk this, yes.
Yeah.
You have to have my clothes.
High stakes right now.
I did not put on my
I almost
spurs.
wore my suit, so.
That is your suit.
Actually, I have a couple more.
Oh, good.
So, Republican Congresswoman Harriet Hageman in Deep Red, Wyoming, faced a rowdy crowd during a town hall last night. Almost 500 constituents packed the room and aired their frustrations, with some of the loudest reaction coming when she spoke about her support for DOJ.
Social Security. The work that I have specifically been doing, I am on the Judiciary Committee and the Natural Resources Committee.
I worked for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, helping Wyoming family farmers deal with drought until I was fired a month ago in the mass firings, and despite only having the highest marks in my performance review. In a state where so many farmers rely on government programs for drought and disaster relief, Trump's plans to cut these programs and the people who administer them, coupled with the tariffs, will decimate Wyoming farms and rural communities. What are you doing about that?
I disagree. bizarre to me how obsessed you are with federal government. But here's the thing. You guys are going to have a heart attack if you don't calm down. I'm sorry. Your hysteria is just really over the top.
I can tell you, I held about 100 town hall meetings a year. I never once talked down to my audience. In fact, if they got upset, I got off the stage, I went down, and I sat down, and I started talking to them. You don't do it that way. I will tell you something else that these Republican congressmen and congresswomen are learning. Like the federal government in red state America, for a lot of these people, it ain't way off in Washington, D.C. It's the doctor that takes care of their child. It's the nursing home that protects their parents in their final years of life, because that's funded by Medicaid. That's funded by the federal government. I mean, it's a Social Security check that comes in every month that allows them to continue living their lives the way they deserve to live their lives. And when Elon Musk calls Social Security the greatest Ponzi scheme, I mean, that is somebody that doesn't understand that red state America gets more tax dollars proportionally than blue state America.
This is so significant. As Stephen Stills said, something's happening here. But this time it is really clear. You know, I expect that there might be town halls happening a year from now in maybe Republican districts north of the Mason-Dixon line. But to see that kind of organic eruption in Wyoming, I mean, that wasn't a bunch of Democrats bust into Wyoming, I don't think. I mean, I think that was this is an organic thing happening 57 days in. Those are Republicans, not Democrats.
So, Hallie, how much, excuse me, pressure are these congressmen and women that you talked to on Capitol Hill actually feeling? I mean, when you watch that town hall and you watch the others we've seen, you just see fear on the part of the congressmen and women of Donald Trump and now of Elon Musk. They know if they say something, they're going to get a Truth Social post or a threat from Elon Musk that they're going to be primaried. That's fear, and sometimes explicitly choosing Elon Musk over their constituents.
Well, we were talking about this during the commercial. It's an audience of one, not an audience of the several hundred that are sitting there in front of them voicing valid concerns at these town halls. And I know that Speaker Johnson and other Republicans like to explain this as it's paid protesters, it's people who aren't from here. Our NBC producer who was at that event asked everyone who was there, protesters outside and people inside, are you from here? Are you a Democrat? Are you a Republican? They were from all political stripes, but none of them said they were paid. All of them said that they were from that area. It's a small community, they said. They recognize their friends and neighbors there. That's what politics are.
Right.
And even if it's not a constituent that comes from around the corner, if they live in the state, if they live in the district, they are still a constituent. And so Congresswoman Hageman there, who herself, and you were talking about this, was the result of a primary challenge within her own party. Clearly, they're ignoring the concerns of her constituents and, frankly, the concerns of leadership who said, please don't hold town halls like this. The optics are bad. That's why they don't want them being held. But nevertheless, we're seeing them stick to the audience of one and hold the line for Musk and Trump.
You know, Joe, about a month before he died, I called our old pal Al Simpson out in Wyoming, in Cody, Wyoming. Just having a conversation with him about how things were going. And he raised the possibility that all of his neighbors who he knew voted for Donald Trump twice, they voted for him in 2016 and they certainly voted for him last fall, that they would not know what to do when they went down to the local Social Security office, and he said in the spring or the early summer, and the office was no longer there. He said, and then there's going to be hell to pay. Well, hell has already arrived, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, and you know this, Mark. You don't run away. You don't run away from unpopular issues. You run into them. I remember in 1995, we had to slow down the rate of Medicare. Medicare trustees said that it was going bankrupt in 7 years. So we had to slow down the rate of Medicare.
All right.
and Republicans ran away from it. They lost. I think it was one of the only Republicans that ran straight into it. And when somebody tried to demagogue it, I said, this is all I'm going to talk about the entire campaign. And it is all I talked about the entire campaign. And I said, ask me a question about education. I'm going to talk about why we had to slow down the rate of Medicare. Well, you had to cut Medicare to save Medicare. And Mika's heard me say this before. At the end of the campaign, I had Glenn Bolger at Public Opinion Strategy say, we've done 130 districts. I got asked, what did you do with seniors? And I was like, oh, God, why? I said, because you had the highest approval rating by far of anybody, any Republican out of the 100+ we did with seniors. What did you do? I said, I told them the truth. I told them why we had to cut Medicare. And he was like, oh, my God.
Voters can take the truth.
They can take the truth. And these people aren't giving it to them, are they?
Yeah, no, it's interesting, too, Joe, is that, for years, sort of the Republican mantra, particularly as backbenchers, has been government sucks, we're going to shut it down. Government's just unpopular, and so they ran against it. Well, now they've caught the car, and they're shutting down stuff, and 80% of these jobs are not in Washington. They're out in red states. And just one example, think about the national parks where they basically cut out all the rangers. Those are the guys that clean the toilets. So wait till everybody goes to the national parks this summer and tries to go to the restaurant.